spot here, Salmon River, early October, avoiding the crowds and making them chew on some plastic with a little bit of fire gel on the tail.
Quick. That didn't take long.
First spot, sitting on anchor, waiting for a little bit of daylight. I got Schaefer up bright and early, well, dark and early. You know, for Chris, getting out of bed isn't something that he likes. Pulling teeth, but guess what? We got one.
And just so you guys know, I'm the one that grabbed that rod and handed over to Steven. We're here by ourselves today. Big Mike had to head back down south. Nobody else could come join on the boat today, so it's just the two of us trying to make this happen. Is that you way down there?
No, he's spooking another one.
I was going to say, that fish looked like it was all the way down in Syracuse.
Wanted to go to Delmonico's.
That's right. You needed that, man, or you got it?
I got it.
Oops. That's how it's done.
There's a beautiful Lake Ontario Salmon River King salmon. K14 quick fish with a little bit of salmon fire gel on it. Now we're fishing lures here in the Salmon River today. Now we are fishing out of a drift boat, but you'll see, we'll find a few guys today who are either casting and retrieving lures or even fishing with a side planer. So we are fishing out of a drift boat, but lures on the Salmon River do work and it gets them to bite. Today we fished the world famous Salmon River, and it truly is world famous. Salmon River is about 12 miles long from the New York State Fish Hatchery up in Altmar, New York, down to Port Ontario, where the Salmon River dumps into Lake Ontario. It is probably, if not the heaviest fish tributary in the country, it definitely is the most heavily fished tributary in New York State. We have a massive run of king and coho salmon here in the fall. The run usually kicks off in late August and lasts until the middle to end of October. We're here the first week of October, fishing just before Columbus Day weekend. The crowds were quite large today, so we were forced to fish in smaller pockets of water where we could have room to fish the way we wanted to. There's many anglers here fishing all different styles and all different techniques, and today we just wanted to try something where we could use some fire gel on some lures and fish for some really aggressive biting king salmon here in upstate New York.
They made me buy a license today, guys. I'm not used to this. Come on. Here, Steven, you can come on this side if you want. It's not coming too quick. Tighten it up a little bit. Let me see. You guys can see the fish is right there. I don't think he's completely ready yet, but he's getting close. Come on, mate. Oh, whoa. I got news for you. He's not ready. We're getting closer. Oh, it's a big old fish. Okay, here we go. Right down to the net. Ooh. Salmon River beast.
Another victim. Plug fishing in the Salmon River. So today on the Salmon River, you know, today we wanted to try back trolling some lures here in the Salmon River. Now, like I said earlier, fishing lures in the Salmon River is something that pretty much anyone can do. Although it is easier from the drift boat because we can fish multiple rods at a time and also cover a lot of water. Fishing lures from the shore is something that we see growing popularity, you know, each and every year. You're not going to catch as many fish as if you are drifting, you know, rubber eggs or, you know, many of the other things with a fly rod or drift fishing. But, you know, we're looking for biting king salmon here in the Salmon River. So today the tackle that we used to catch the fish that we did were these Lamoglass rods with Shimano Dakota reels, 20-pound P-line CXX, and also 50-pound braid. The reason we use the difference in line is to cover different depths of water. The braided line is going to fish deeper than the monofilament will. So depending on the spots we're fishing and the locations we're trying to target dictated what rod and line combination we used. As for lures, these are all lures that anyone could use from the shore. We used a joint Rapala here, and we also used a K14 quick fish. Now, if you notice, this is a unique hook setup here. This is a regulation here on the Salmon River where we're required to run a single hook only. You check the regulations before you run anything, but there are special hook sizes and distances from the lure that the hook has to be. But in terms of what we did to these lures, the only special thing we did is we did use Pautzke's fire gel in salmon, and we also used Pautzke's fire gel in herring. Now, I didn't over apply the gel. All I did was simply a small amount right here on the tail of the bait, and then we put them in the water. Sun's out. Finally hit another one.
Oh, there goes your bobber. Is that a jack?
It's a jack, yeah. Oh, real little guy.
First jack of the day.
Here's a jack king salmon. Even these little guys are aggressive. They want to play. First bite in the bright sun here. Still finding a few biters here on the Salmon River in upstate New York.
Now let's start by saying 2022, fall of 2022 was an excellent salmon run here on the Sacramento River. It is not over. Right now we're looking at holiday weekend here in October, and it is one of the busiest places on earth. And by on earth, I mean wall-to-wall anglers. Hey, we've seen this in California. We've seen it on some rivers in Washington. You know, we've seen it, you know, in Missouri for the trout opener type of thing. But nowhere on the planet do you have the number of people lined up for miles like you do here on New York's world famous Salmon River. I understood that. I've been here several times during all seasons, but never did I realize we couldn't do what we wanted to do because of those crowds. Now, my goal for Pautzke Outdoors was to come here and film a video showing us catching big salmon on trout eggs tied in Atlas Mike's netting, big spawn sacks, and you guys can see them right here. These are huge. It didn't happen. It didn't happen not because it didn't work. It didn't happen because on this particular system, it was nearly impossible to find an area, a deep hole, a slot that was deep enough for us to drift that bait into. Now, on the contrary, for about 30 minutes the first day, Big Mike was able to hook one almost instantly on spawn sacks. They bite it, they eat it, they grab it, regardless of what you guys want to argue with us. It goes in the mouth without lining the fish. How do we know that? Because we're drifting 30 yards behind us in deep water. They have to come eat it. So we wanted to film a video like that. The bad news was, after we hooked that first fish, we got swarmed by bank anglers. They saw us hooking a fish. They knew there was a fish there. It just took away the opportunity. And the rest of the day, we floated down the Salmon River, and we saw what the Salmon River was known for. Massive crowds. Massive crowds. Sure, people call it a gong show. I would never do that. You know what? Maybe it's not for you, but it is for some people. And that some people are thousands of anglers at a time enjoying a world-famous salmon run here. Now, Steven looked at me and goes, we're just not going to be able to do this. There's too many people here. The fishing is so good this year that everybody is up here. What do you want to do? I said, well, what would a normal client do with you? He goes, we'll run plugs and we'll catch fish. He goes, hey, we use your Pautzke fire gel so you can still show off some of your products, but we're not going to be able to do the drifting you wanted to do. This place is a madhouse. And he's right. We came back the next day, and what did we do? We did exactly what Steven said, and I got news for you. If you want to catch a salmon, call Steven and book a trip. Reason being, guides that know how to run plugs properly will catch fish. They know certain areas where the bank anglers can't get to, and you're right there, boom. Now, you'll see what we did today. You'll also see massive crowds. Welcome to Oswego County here in Pulaski, New York. That's just what happens. It's the fishery. It is what it is. Some people love it, others don't. But there's one fact you have to remember. This river is absolutely loaded with king and some coho salmon now. And 2022 is an epic year. Enjoy this video. We know some of you guys are going to be haters. That's just the internet today's day. Other guys are going to look at themselves on video and say, man, I had fun that day. Whatever you choose, come to New York where there are a ton of salmon right now. Pautzke products are available at sporting goods stores near you. If you can't find the specific color, size that you want, make sure to go to Pautzke.com. And as a thank you for watching Pautzke Outdoors, we're going to show you a coupon code to be used for 10% off your next order.